moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Bouaga only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President, we have to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is. It's something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I would praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political noise. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President Bouaga...
Get ready for a historic...
Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. Barack Obama said, change, yes we can. And I, George Weah, said, power to the people. Yes, we must. Fellow citizens,
get ready for a historic gathering of unity, leadership, and vision. The Congress for Democratic Change USA, or CDC-USA, proudly invites you to the 2026 National Convention.
Now set from July 29 to August the 2nd.
In the great city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, under the theme, Renewing for Results, One CDC, One Vision, One Future. This landmark convention will bring together states chapters, party leaders, diaspora stakeholders, and distinguished guests from across the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, Liberia, and beyond. Join us for strategic policy dialogue, CDC-USA leadership elections, the Diaspora Engagement Forum, and a prestigious recognition ceremony featuring prominent voices and leaders, including Party Chairman Attorney Janga A. Cole, leading an array of party officials from Liberia, including Representative Frank Safoko Jr., Representative Bintu Masale, Representative Abu Kamara, and Representative Eugene Colley. Plenary session speakers will include Wanto Tie Wanto, Mrs. Welamida Sadie Tab, Aisha Bolo Howard, Mamesi Kaba, Councillor Garmonde Clinton, Civicus Basigiab, and many more. And don't miss the special honoring of His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah, former President of the Republic of Liberia, for his outstanding democratic leadership and commitment to peace. As Liberian artists, including D12, Takun J, Leto Abraham Moibab, aka Heaven Sent, and KZW, will spice the honoring nights with beautiful performances, followed by a soccer match between CDC USA and Boxer, with FIFA World Best George Manneh Weah leading the CDC USA in a spectacular soccer match on Sunday. It's happening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from July 29 to August the 2nd. Come, let's celebrate democracy and celebrate a true icon of Liberia democracy, His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah. Be a part of the movement, be a part of the vision, be a part of the future. For more information, contact your local CDC USA chapter or follow official CDC USA platform at www.cdc.usa.org or contact the convention committee at 301-383-6874. CDC USA Convention 2026. Here we come, renewing for results.
Bad. And I don't know, since public work gives approval for these big structures building, this controversial structure in Foya, did you approve of it? And if you did, who is building it? Perhaps you could throw some light on that as well.
The $10 million.
They alleged $10 million.
$10 million
project, because we're not sure of the.
We're not have an interview yet, Jeff. What kind of way?
But you can approve.
So let's
everything. So we got to ask.
So let's. I can begin to address.
Yeah.
I will leave that to the executive branch to speak about the project, because I think, of course, they have some security implication in terms of what the project is.
You didn't.
So,
but I was asking if you approve.
You didn't approve the
with
construction of the structure.
With that project, like I said, with that project, I will leave that with the executive branch to speak about.
You never have any
on the
input in that
security,
project.
yeah, on the security aspect of the presidency.
What security in nature is that?
Well, I don't know about that. That's what I'm saying. So I will leave that.
Is it a security structure?
Of course, it is. So I will leave that with the security.
What makes it a security project?
I don't know about that, team.
Well, you call it a security project.
No, I said there's some security implications. So
what is the security implication in that?
I will leave that.
Somebody wants to build a villa.
I will leave that. I will leave that with the executive marshal. Too much.
Just want to know.
But the public was approve it.
No, you said you didn't.
Public, a preliminary, of course, we saw it. We saw the.
You saw it. You approved it.
Well, again, I would say I would not know what the details are in terms of the construction, building, and financing, all of that. I say let's refer to.
Yeah, you are knowledgeable, smart guy.
Let's refer to the executive.
Why will you approve for that with that structure?
Dimas, I would say please refer to the executive marshal to answer that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. I think that our time is.
The road there is bad, and I don't know, since public work gives approval for these big structures building, there's controversial structure in Foya. Did you approve of it? And if you did, who is building it? Perhaps you could throw some light on that as well.
The $10 million.
Is that the $10 million? They alleged 10.
Our side of the bowl to facilitate our local county correspondent James Colley to go to Foya, to go to the Silamba Bolo area, just to find out whether the Guinea soldiers have left our side of the Bolo. Oh, my man, you stay in Foya? Morning.
Good morning, Clarence. I'm back to Bonjama.
But open the chicken basket and let the chicken out, brother. Daybreak.
Yes, sir.
And how they can call out when chicken say Kokolio. Yeah, day has broken. How are you? How are you, James?
I'm okay, Clarence. I'm doing good.
Okay. Yesterday, through your bosses in the newsroom, we instructed that you go to Silamba Bolo to give us first hand about the situation there. Probably whether the Guineans have left. They've gone back across the water to their side of the place. Did you go there and what did you see?
Yeah, yesterday I arrived there at about 5:16 p.m. and I first interacted with some of the securities on ground. Though they talked to me off camera, some of the security officers confirmed to me that yes, the guys have stayed there, and citizens are also able to talk to told me that yes, indeed, the soldiers are still on our side. Even the township commissioner there, I was able to interact with him. So as of yesterday, or 5:16, I left from there. The guys were there. Unless otherwise, in my absence, that they left.
So the Guinean soldiers are still on our side of the border.
Yes, they are.
Now,
yes,
how is it difficult? So it means that the Liberian security are now allowing civilians to go and see the Guinean soldier right there. That place where nobody can go see there, right?
No. Up to now, citizens are not allowed to go there.
But at least the other side is people doing the normal thing. They put on the fine, blah blah blah. Because I mean, as a matter of fact, it's becoming normal now. So
yeah, it has become normal since too many calls have been made and other efforts applied by the government seem not to be working. I think citizens around there have just decided to let it go and continue their normal activities.
What are some of the things that the citizens were telling you? Some of the people you interacted with, what are some of the things they were telling you?
They are still hopeful. They believe that the government will still continue the diplomatic engagement. But if nothing like that seems to be working, they are cool and they're going to just live by it.
Go to Foya to go to the Solomba Bolo area just to find out whether the Guinea soldiers have left our side of the Bolo. Oh, my man, you stay in Foya? Morning.
Good morning, Clarence. I'm back to Bonjama.
But open the chicken basket and let the chicken out, brother. Daybreak.
Yes, sir.
And how they can call that thing? When chicken say Kokolio. Yeah, day has broken. How are you? How are you, James?
I'm okay, Clarence. I'm doing good.
Okay. Yesterday, through your bosses in the newsroom, we instructed that you go to Solomba Bolo to give us first hand about the situation there. Probably whether the Guineans have left, they've gone back across the water to their side of the place. Did you go there and what did you see?
Yeah, yesterday I arrived there at about 5:16 p.m. and I first interacted with some of the securities on ground. Though they talked to me off camera, but some of the security officers confirmed to me that yes, the guys have stayed there, and citizens are also able to talk to told me that yes, indeed, the soldiers are still on our side.
I see some people on social media, known Liberians, say they're angry. Because our territorial sovereignty, in their words, is being encroached upon and we're doing nothing. You want to volunteer so we can give you a weapon to go do something, so we're not doing anything? So let's be. I see some people on social media, known Liberians, say they're angry. Because our territorial sovereignty, in their words, is being encroached upon and we're doing nothing. You want to volunteer so we can give you a weapon to go do something, so we're not doing anything? Social media, known Liberians, say they're angry. Because our territorial sovereignty, in their words, is being encroached upon and we're doing nothing. You want to volunteer so we can give you a weapon to go do something, so we're not doing anything?
We understand. They rescue you. Why a million rescue? You want to press people, you're noble. Show me a million rescue. To save somebody, the million rescue. Yeah. To deliver you from something, take you from something. So you're a poor people. Rescue me, save. But we the old people. Rescue the million rescue. That will can't help me while here. That's the same thing. But Jota Bagara can't tell you the water. He can't put on making the water back to kill on money. You know they get people the pressure. Husband not working. I live in Joseph. I even made 1,000 a lot. I even made 500 a lot profit. Let me come and go. Children waiting for me. You are Jota Bagara. Where will be our result next year? We wouldn't even 1 year. Where will be our result the following year? So the money I can put it back.
Also, the money carrying to the cold storage.
They put it back. Very rich.
How much for the face?
You buy snapper 14,000. Now we used to buy 10,000, 8,000. Buying it 14,000. One cartoon snapper 14,000. So we beg the government. We ask y'all to help us to break our government. We say you keep to rescue us. But the rescue that you're doing now, we're not understanding it. And when they pull the police on the street, our boyfriend here, they're not giving nothing to us again. They say they can't rescue us. While they cause a motor bomber running, they want not doing they are breaking the government. We the poor people, they must find place for us that we want people to spare our clothes. They got poor people, they got rich people in the town. Some of all we not got more from the South God. And then basically we do, we not understand our children went to school. Our children, when we can't sell them, we can't make a damn. They say rescue, but we not understanding the rescue team. So they were taking them from all on the street for smoking, for drugs and things. But I think you see them now. All of them tend to zoom in. They can stay in the freeze.
So the drugs are to you?
A rampant now, a more than rampant.
Okay.
So,
the issue of accusing people on this drug thing, there's a reason for that. Because even in the society from all sectors, I would say openly here, from the executive, the first person of government, and to the judiciary, you go in the sector, you will find somebody involved with drugs. The reason is simple. Drug is a lucrative business, so everybody want to get money. For that, you will find somebody somewhere who is involved. So when you fight these drugs, you find almost people everywhere. So your security was a clear example. So the issue of accusing people on this drug thing, there's a reason for that. Because even in the society from all sectors, I would say openly here, from the executive, the first person of government, and to the judiciary, you go in the sector, you will find somebody involved with drugs. The reason is simple. Drug is a lucrative business, so everybody want to get money. For that, you will find somebody somewhere who is involved. So when you fight these drugs, you find almost people everywhere. So your security.
Me ask on the phone. Let me go to the office. I'll call you right back. Do not cut that phone off. Go there now. I live a distance. I'm going there, chief. No, you're not listening. I'm hearing them. Keep your phone on. I'm on my way going there. Go in there and leave the phone on. If you're texting, I'm not wearing a uniform. Your commander call you. I'm calling. Then you beat on my daughter? No, nobody. She nobody be on. Yeah, don't pull that girl to touch you when the time is. Papa, I want to talk to you.
Hello, Daddy.
Champion, they beat on you over there?
Yeah.
They beat on you?
Yeah, they beat me with ratting.
They still beating you with ratting?
They still beating me, ma. They beat me with ratting.
When they beat you? That will be you.
I'm not one woman, not too long.
I can't enter in, chief.
But
how you addressing me just now? When you call me, I'm on my way coming to the office. No, my question to you, yeah? How she addressing me right now? What she said? She said somebody beat her with ratting. No, she said hello, daddy. You know what she said? Yeah, but let me see who do that, and chief. I'll call you right back. You are just entering. You're taking for in answer. She's selling drugs. You are smoking drugs. Or she was found in the ghetto? Yeah, chief, she was in a house with a man. In the team round. They were cutting when we got there. But what made her bring her now? Sorry for me saying it. She was born naked there. But the guy had a job that was tying the market. He put up resistance and fought the officer and took 2 bags from her. One ever guy said was coming when he saw the man attacking her. I had to join the ever man and took a man back from him. That girl is my daughter. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, sir, chief. She's my daughter. Your reason right now to her sister, let me bring her home. What? You heard what I said? Yeah, and chief, 1 minute, let me talk to you, sir. Yeah, what you want to say? Chief, they talk 2 hours my bravo. That's something y'all can get later on. Y'all got people when I say release my daughter to. Hello. Hello. Yes, sir. Hello. Yes, sir. Release her to her sister, let me bring her home now to me. But she's a my bravo issue. No, listen to me. You better don't make me get upset, eh? Consider it, don't you? I said release her to her sister, I'll bring her home now. I want to drive the case right now. Consider it, don't you? The man who you arrested with the charge, hold him. I said release my daughter now. Keep the man escape. No, you know what I mean? No. So you cannot release my daughter? What you saying? Chief, somebody can guarantee her. People here. Let me do my own piece of job to guarantee her, chief. Oh, you talking on the phone? I should give you my wait. I come to give it away from me. Wait. You understand what happened? I say, hey. I'm driving the case right now. I don't want to fucking see you. I don't want to fucking see you that day, but when I get there. I don't want to fucking see you in day, but when I get there right now. I honor you, then you tell me I'm doing my job. Can you tell me to do your job?
No,
you talk to me on the phone?
The people here guarantee what? That will do a guarantee. No, can just
you telling me I should give you a chance to do your job? I mean, you spoke to on the phone right now?
I said the people can guarantee what? The people already here. So that will do it.
Okay, let me say something so you can understand.
Yes, sir.
You are the one who sent your telephone number to me. I want to see you in my office tomorrow morning. You telling me to give you a chance to do your job?
No, I
don't. And what you just told me? You might ask Marshall people what happened. Are you ordering me to give you a chance to do your job?
Chief, I said the people already here, they get from here. I think that your daughter, your.
I said, they're all my children. I'm telling you, they telling me, say, give me a chance to do my job. No. Right? I'm driving to Carrisburg. I'm driving, no. I'm driving to Carrisburg.
Now you are talking to the people outside there, give me a chance. Now you. I think you're in the north. Other people talking
to the. Wow. Well, fellow Liberians, home and abroad, it's a privilege again for us to be on here. And we want to use this time to extend our thanks and appreciation to all of you for the level of support you continue to give us and for what you continue to do for this platform. We want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you. And as usual, we ask that you hit for us the share button. Share with friends, share with family members. Let me bring you this very quick before we can begin our discussion. Let me bring you this very quick, very quick. Let me bring you this, and then we will be good. But let me take all of this from here. Let me take all of this from here, and we will be very good on this. So let's bring you this and see where we are. All right, so fellow Liberians, home and abroad, we want to use this time to welcome each and every one of you We want to say you are highly, highly, highly welcome. We appreciate your presence here. And as always, it's a privilege for us to have you here. Like we always say, just do us a favor. Hit for us the share button. Share with as many persons as you can share with. And let's do this together. Let's have a wonderful time. Brother Jake, what's up, bro? How's everything from
Yeah,
your end?
okay. And salute to you, brother. I follow you on the other end there. So you were Newton there. Yeah. To Brother Frank and to the followers, salute to everybody as usual. You have to share this video. Sharing is free. Let's share the video, please. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your support.
Sure. Thank you so much. Let's welcome our brother Frank. Brother Frank, how are you? You just got straight in the camera. Let's see you. Yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir. Chief, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Very awesome. Very energetic. I'm ready for the show tonight.
I know, eh? Yeah, we're ready tonight. It has been a long time. You know, we've all been busy on different issues. But again, I want to say welcome in a special way. I want to recognize one of our leaders here, Augustine Gay Kobwe. You are highly welcome. He is the Deputy Secretary General of the CDC-USA Reformers. I want to say you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Honorable Kobwe, we appreciate you. Thank you so very well. Those of you that are joining us, kindly do us a favor, hit for us the share button. Share with as many persons as you can share with, and let's do this together. Let's just use at least a minute each, and let's find out how is our end, relative to, the atmosphere. I know it's summary. So let's start from my brother Frank. My brother Frank, how is the atmosphere in your area? How is activities like? I know we are celebrating the 250th, one would say, independence of the United States of America. How is it from your end? Sorry, you are muted.
Yeah, my end here is great. Everybody just doing their normal thing. Things are fun. Normally, I think occasion like days after the occasion, you hear a lot of chaos and things, but it was not really like that. The street was fun. The next day, we didn't hear any bad news or discouraging news and things. People celebrated. People went for firework and things, and while other people stay home, celebrated with their family and friends and loved ones and things. So everything is kind of cool here. The day is fun. No complaint, nothing much.
Thank you so much, my brother. My brother Jake, how is your end? With everything that is going on, I know you are in Europe.
Yeah, thank you once again. Yeah, thank you once again, and salute to the followers. You have to share this video. Yeah, that summertime in Europe, and probably the big vacation is coming July, especially for those that are doing construction and other things. Then in July, probably in the end of this July, will be a lot of vacation here. It's a great summer here. Sun is really shining in Europe here, and as you know, recently Europe carry all through for their summer break. And to be honest, too much hardship in Europe. That why the people gather to that NATO meeting in Turkey to see how best they can stop the war. The only thing that hanging over us here, a lot of people in worry that the Ukraine and the Russian war, going to 4 years now. So nobody really know the outcome.
We get that. That is a topic all by itself. That is a topic.
Yeah, they play serious politics only. Some people won't end this war because they're benefiting a lot, billions of dollars. These guys in high power. Inflation have governed Europe, high prices, gasoline prices. Please imagine you take small money to the supermarket now for the goods and services now. The thing where people can say the bread and butter issue, the other things. You cannot even fill out a supermarket card this time with small money before you will buy a lot of things. You get, every country in Europe get a state, kind of different type of food. Yeah. Now like Liberia get rice, but most people eat bread, spaghetti, meat, all these things. And imagine chicken. What chicken not going up? Egg, all these daily things that people need. The soap, the shampoo, everything skyrocketing because the supermarket getting more expensive. So a salary not increasing in this Europe here, lot of because of this, because we infuse a lot of money, billions of dollars to fund out how Ukraine war. So if you see a lot of people get paycheck now, they cry. You cannot hardly manage, it's not easy anymore. That's why you can see, if you can take notice, why you can see remittance are reducing Liberia. Because you got to, Liberians in abroad, got to take care of that rentage. You got to take care of your food. You got to gas a car to go to work. You got to do these things. So any hardship that battle here in the Western world, because we are import-based country, and we depend on remittance to steer the engine of the Liberian economy. You know the statistic already. St. George, we are town. We need to spend $300+ million in the Liberian economy, but now you're reducing because you got to, as you live in the Western world, you got to tackle your own bills. Hardship, children are expensive, people having family everywhere expensive now. So then now they kind of lose money we should send to Africa. We don't send that kind of money to Africa anymore.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, so
we'll
that's it.
We'll talk more on that. But thank you so much. I want us to start on something from a lesser, anyway, let's start from the bottom before coming to the top. We experienced a very horrible news just few days ago. We got an information that a caregiver in Minnesota was fatally stabbed to death. The person who he was taking care of, some reason, whether that person has some mental problem or so, but this healthcare worker, here is the stuff, courtesy of KMTV. This healthcare worker who is a Liberian, while he was there, giving or doing his normal duty, for whatever reason, this other guy who is on the right, I know he's on the left or so, this white guy, stabbed this particular caregiver to death while the guy was on job. I don't know, my brother Frank, I don't know whether you heard about this.
No, not yet.
Okay. So it has not been the first that it has happened here. In fact, there are a lot of people who have complained in those various homes, of, inhumane treatment, especially from some of these clients, where some of them are even assaulted. I mean, they are physically, beaten by some of these people. There was a video some time ago circulating on the social media where this lady was, catering to this particular client. And this client, beat on her, hit her, spit in her face, and all kinds of things. My brother Jake, Frank, I want to start from you. People continue to face threat, especially in this kind of situation, or people who go, to home. People who are in the human service go to home and take care of people. These people, some of them are abused on a daily basis and etc. What is your take on this? This abuse that have been experienced. In fact, this guy is a Liberian. He was stabbed to death, according to the information. But what is your take on it, my brother Jake? Let's hear from you.
So the white guy, was he a client or he was also another worker?
No, he was a client.
Okay. So like you said, right? I'm just hearing about this case, but I know about many cases like this where the client by themselves, they are also abusive in most of the time to the workers. And the reason why these things happen in most instances or in most cases where the client is more abusive to the workers is the power or the law. I don't want to say the power, the law giving, the law that protect these clients, because the law feel that these people, they are client, they are somehow mentally ill, right? They cannot function as how we can function. Their five senses or their six senses are not correct in some instances. So the law gave them more protection. And the thing about it, most of these clients, we just say client, but most of these people, they even know the law more than the staff that is going to work with them. That's facts. Most of these clients, number one, because they know of their condition. So they try to know the law. And their parents also teach them the law, because most of them, their parents are not there in the home with them. So it's like a whole different person, another different stranger going into the home to render services to these guys. So their parent or their relative also teach them the law that, listen, even though you are disabled, even though you are XYZ, but listen, this is the law. When this person come in here, they are coming to work for you. They are working for you and you are paying it. It is because of you they are getting, how they call it, finances to pay for their bill or to do whatsoever anything. So all these knowledge, right, are given onto these clients. Now, what that happened is, because of that, how the law protect these clients, and in most cases, right, anything these clients says in a home that this is what the staff did to me, even though there will be some investigation to go on, but in most cases, they always believe the client because of their circumstances. And these clients, because of their circumstances, they also mind that, right? And they lie on staff. And they also do those things, right, to take advantage of the staff that is going on in a home or that is going to the home to render services to them. Now, I'm not saying the law also does not protect the staff, but in most cases, once these things happen, the law always go on the side of the client. And when you see some of these things, right, it's not the first time. Most of these clients are abusive to the staff when you see it like that. And if it continue, that's why in most cases, some of these staff, they don't stay there. All right. And that's why in most cases, again, like I keep repeating, some of these clients, they don't really have how they call it, an assigned staff with them. Because of the behavior, staff always come and leave. And because of that, sometimes some of these agencies, they don't really educate the staff about the behavior of that client, because they also fear that if we do this, it's going to instill fear in the staff, and the staff is not going to go in to run our services. And some of those clients, the state actually pay plenty of money for them, a lot of money for them, all right, to stay with those agencies. And because of that, those agencies do not want to lose that particular client because of the amount of money they are getting from the state. How do I know this? Because we work directly with the state. Like I said, I work with Medicaid and Medicare. And most of these clients, they have these services. So some of these clients, we go into their homes or to their family place to do assessment on them. If they need more hours, we do the assessment and then send it to the state that, okay, based on this assessment, this particular person needs XYZ hours because of XYZ. So we do all of those things, right? So again, like I said, so because of that, some agencies do not really want to lose that client by educating the staff about the behavior of that client. And again, some of these clients, they are ex-convicts. Some of these clients have been to jail and they have been released and things. I don't want to call name because it's confidential. But again, one agency have another client that this particular client right now is in a shelter home. So this client, when this client was released from jail, we did advocate for this client. and this client had a home, all right, where staff are going there to take care of them. But this client, one time, this client took a knife against this staff because the staff was about to leave and another staff was coming in. And the client said, this particular staff can't leave. And the client put the staff on a hostage with knife, and the client couldn't leave. So the staff ended up calling the agency and then put it, how to call this, on low speaker and stuff, because the staff did not want for the client to know that she has called the agency that she's under house arrest, and their particular client have taken a knife for her. All right. So she just kept begging the staff because she wanted for the agency to also be online to see if anything happened, so that they will know what happened. They will hear at least what took place there. But gradually, eventually, after some level of confrontation to the client, begging the client, trying to talk to the client, very kind and thing, the client ended up telling the staff, okay, you can now open the door and get outside, while the knife was in the client's hand. And that's how the staff got out. And then the second staff that came on the ship could not even enter. The staff said, no, I'm not going to enter. What happened? Because she was coming on a night shift, right? So she came outside, they had to call the police. The police came. But long story short, their client ended up going to a nursing home facility, and then from the nursing home facility, because they can't keep you there, right? After some time, or rehabilitation and stuff, they can't keep you there. You have to be there. So after some time, now he lost his privilege of having a own home. So I went again at the assessment, but again, the insurance couldn't allow him, right, to find a better place for him. So as we speak right now, he's in a shelter home. And then, in fact, today, while working, I received an email from the state that this particular client took medication to commit suicide. He's at Jefferson Hospital right now. Just today, he's at Jefferson Hospital right now because he don't want to stay at a homeless shelter. Those things. So he overdosed himself. So again, when this particular person come out, for him to get a staff or an agency to take care of, it's going to be difficult, because agency also do not want to be in such predicament, because it also come with lawsuit and all of those things. So it become difficult again, because like I said, the state gave too much power to some of these people based on their condition, the law and things. But these are things that in most cases, again, the state can't really do nothing, because these people are in society. They just have to be someplace. People just have to take care of them. But again, my condolences go to that particular individual. I hope the family be able to do something to just get some, reparation or something. If he has maybe family or kids behind, so that those kids can have or something into their account, the state can be able to give them reparation or some kind of a compensation. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. And this particular individual that did that, in fact, they may not even do nothing to him, because they're going to pose some level of illness, and you know how they do in this country. In fact, he's already a client, so that's how it goes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, my brother Jake, this is the situation that we are faced with at a group home, giving care. At the end of the day, this guy, killed this healthcare worker. What is your take on this one,
Condolence to that Liberian family that lost that guy. It been happening on a lot of occasions in America with a yearly news shutdown. It's a sad day for that family. So, as friends say, probably they will see they may have mental problems, so they won't take it personal. But let me just go drive. I live in America, but let me just drive a little bit concerning our country. Friends, so sad. The country is really, really good. Our country having serious problem. Friends, one of the serious things that killing people in our country, like Liberia address, is that mob violence. So what the government need to do, the legislature, they need to amend new law. They go in-house. They see what they can see. Rape is non-bearable, drugs is non-bearable. They need to crack down on mob violence in our country. Serious mob violence. If you can look at the trend in the country now, especially on social media, you will see somebody beating somebody, people standing outside, the video in it. The video in it would be, we saw a disturbing video on a lot of occasions concerning our country. And more violence been existing long time ago in our country. It's not a new issue, but people don't take the statistics serious because they're more violent. I remember they had some vigilante group in every community. Every community have a vigilante group to protect that community. So somebody just envy you and lie on you. That vigilante group in that town, they kill a lot of people. They kill a lot of people. They lie on a lot of people. For example, you live in Oru. For example, I live in Oru. Then I have a girlfriend in Bannersville or Ghanansville. So if I leave from Oru late in the night, I manage my way to my girlfriend. Maybe some people can see the girl in the community, they let that girl, but they get not down for them, but they get down for me that living in Uru. So probably the guys saying I get jealous. So when I go visit and they see the girl is beautiful whatsoever, they let my star because I kept on a different direction, a different terrain or community. Somebody got to just gather and lie on me. They say, oh, the guys came to steal here. That vigilante group or that group praying to will mob you in the community and kill you for nothing. It happened on several occasions. And to that day, it's still existing in rampant. And the government, the only way they can scare these people that they think will be limited in our country, the legislature need to make new law that anybody, because when you, for example, you catch a rule or somebody that stole something, you catch them, if somebody catch them, immediately you call the police. The police will take charge. But the Liberian people, the community can take the law into their own hand. It's a serious issue barring the nation. People fighting, they just on camera, people knocking each other with pot, all kind of rack. You will see the people just videoing, nobody to separate. In a twinkling of the eye, somebody can kill somebody, and it's late. That one of the things we need to address. I think Omesin signing on that station, they need to talk about more violence, but it's only increased. So I just trying to relate to Liberia a little bit because a lot of serious things going on in our country.
Thank you so much, my brother Jake. Thank you. To just talk on this issue, this is sad and it is sorrowful. I think more needs to be done, especially with caregivers who are working with people that have some, challenge. I mean, mental challenge. I think from all indication, from video that I have watched, I'm not in that area, but from video that I watched, I think these people, they need more protection, especially those health workers. They need more protection because some of the people that they are taking care of are by far stronger than they are. And people like that in such a condition, for some reason they have some extraordinary strength. Somehow they can be, they are different. I mean, in terms of their strength, they are different. They always, that kind of way, agile and stuff like that. But I think with these kind of things that are happening, there is a need for the government of the United States or maybe the body that is responsible for these people, that they should really, really look at laws that will actually be able to protect the healthcare workers. I mean, more than what we are seeing, because these people are open to a lot of abuses. You will see video where these people are taking care of a patient or a client, and you will see this client hitting on that person, using water, dirty water, wasting it on that person, all kind of thing like that. And I believe it's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah, they need to do more in protecting these people. I want to welcome our own mother, one of our leaders here. Madam Orita Palereto, I want to say you are highly welcome. Thank you so much. Like she is saying, and that is truth, that yes, they need more protection. Yes, the worker need more protection. Worker needs to be protected, because here, these people have what we call an unprecedented level of, I don't know, protection from the government. If they do something, my brother, you see the people, you got to run. You got to do anything that free. In the country here, somebody will just go take some kind of, gun and just do something at the end of the day. They go to court, they say, oh, yeah, they may mentally, no, not all real. They think you go put in one mental home, you're there for your feeling lost in family member. So I think much needs to be done, as it relates to people who are working along with these people. And, yeah, much need to be done. So that's what we can say about this. For our deepest condolences to the family of, the brother who lost his life, a very promising Liberian health worker. He lost his life, very young guy. Our deepest condolences to his family. And we pray that the Almighty will be able to console the family. Yeah.
And let me just add something to this, right? Prince.
Yeah, just give it 30 seconds.
Yeah, like we are saying, right? These people get more protection. And the reason why even they start having camera in most of these homes, it is because of these people. Because they were taking advantage of even the staff. And when the staff, can react, to free themselves from the danger or so, the client would report and says it was the staff that did this, X, Y, Z, and things. And that's why they start putting camera in their homes, into these agencies and stuff, because the staff were, the client were lying, and the agency could not believe the staff and things. They start putting camera there. Even with the camera, still the staff are not being protected as well.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. We just pray that those who are working in those healthcare, it's risky all over. Pray for God's protection upon them. But my brother, to the more urgent issue relative to Liberia, I want to start from our brother Jake. I think it was this week or so. Was it this week or last week? Anyway, we saw the senators taking a different approach with this issue of the 19 million drugs. And I want to say kudos to the senators that at least they were able to call the Jones security to come and explain, to come and give, information about this issue of the 19.2 million drugs. The Joint Security Committee, whatever they call themselves, appear before the senator. And I'm very sure my brother Jake will follow that particular incident or that hearing. In my view, it was very disrespectful, it was very horrific. It shows that there is a complete breakdown in our security system. It shows that it's almost like Gregory Como now is the spokesman. Gregory Como is the law and gospel. But my brother Jake, I want to hear from you. What do you make of the appearance of the Joint Security, those statements that were provided? And there were some key statements. Like, for example, we listened to the LDEA boss telling the whole world in Liberian people that they don't even have equipment to be able to detect the issue of drugs at the airport. We also listened to the police director telling us that there was leakage in the investigation. He was clear to tell us that we should be patient, that they are still investigating. After knowing very well that the drug was caught in a house, they did not go to that house to search. They did not go to arrest anybody. The guy who is talking was still having, a body fun time with Gele Como. My brother Jake, what do you make of the appearance, first of all, of the Joint Security before the senators?
Prince, me, I don't talk straight power. The just have been going on for a long time now. So we won't waste a lot of time, maybe 2 minutes only, because a lot of people discussing it all. Let me tell you, I'll be honest here. Since that legislature got it on fire, they sit to destroy their own government. The first branch of government is the legislature, the most powerful than the president. They can impeach the president. Every society around the world, Donald Trump scared of Congress. You can remember they are impeaching before. And just because he had a lot of people from the Republican side that were in the Senate, that's why he never stepped, they never removed him. But I'll be honest here, praise. Nobody's stupid yet. The whole legislature, that paper tag or the shadow of Joseph Boakai, all of them have been compromised. All that thing you see Priest Moïse saying, they preparing now for 2029. Praise, let me tell you something. We're not being a political arena for a long time, but we smart up on most of these guys. They can never cajole the Liberian people. You know what made us smart? I will tell Liberian people why we smart. We smarter than a lot of guys now. Because of George Weah. The way they portray George Weah to the whole world and to Liberians. We were sitting aside at that time. Nobody has social media platform too much. They got in, they spread with that politician and paying them. They bamboo the country. Then the government changed him. Then we see now, we saw everything that they did was just a mere jealousy, propaganda, and lie, because they couldn't wait another 6 years. The position that said not to be presidential candidate, vice presidential candidate, all these things. So I told people here, you see other than waking up now. Before 2 years, 3 years, never had a span. And let me tell you, Prince, serious information now leaking to the whole country, no matter how they can package Joseph Boakai. If you look at the government now, those in the executive branch of government, those the ministers, all these director general, who they backing now? They backing the vice president. All of them playing loyalty to the vice president. You know how, they used to don't know how they order them. When Jeremiah Kuhn named the president of the country that other than working for, his story outside that in the international war. Then Ronnie C. made a statement that we should question the vice president because the alignment or the connection you get with these guys then. All the ministers, the Mo Ali, the Amon Tue. You know what I would tell, if somebody can hear my video, they already preach. There's a deeper thing that governs the country. They can't know Joseph. They just believe that Joseph Boakai will not pass 2029 or will not be part of the election because you'll be 86 and feeble, seriously feeble. They know the inside story. But because the way they're presenting themselves, we're getting to know now. I'm going to say with some other apostle player, how we're getting to know now. They're getting a alignment now with Jeremiah Kuhn to, in case anything happens, Jeremiah Kuhn will become the president for them to get good side of Jeremiah Kuhn to retain power, to maintain that favorable position. How can you aim to it? You're not speaking for Boakai, but you're insulting Ronnie C. for the vice president. You're insulting all the whole group, Stephen Johnson. So if you calculate, Joseph Boakai is a shadow now. It's just a matter of, you will remember my video then. It's just a matter of time. Because all of them believe now, Jeremiah Kuhn can replace Joseph Boakai because he's a vice president. So all of them being loyal, when you see all of them standing in the Senate, especially the Unity Party guy, when they had a span to talk, they're facing reality. They're molesting people, the King George massacre. Who they sending them? And then they talk anything. When they ever question Gregory Cuomo beat their colleagues on the representative side. Denigrated, urinated, and they took the first branch of government, they got them on fire, no investigation. How can a police director, elected official of government, like the president, they were elected by the community in that district, then you police director flocking them. They can't even impeach you. They only had the right, but now they're ready to talk. Because you know why they're talking, Prince? They're talking because 2029 right around the corner. They want now start to cajole the Liberian people, but for most of all, we educate Liberian people to not fall for it. All of them are in our Senate in the representative will be booted out. They'll be booted out of the Senate.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so
So
much.
I'm
My
definitely
brother
to
Frank,
say, but yeah.
Frank, let's hear from you. These guys appear, they say, the joint security chiefs, they appear before the Senate. I'm sure you follow that. What do you make of it? And probably this, how you call saying from the LDA boss, they don't have equipment and leaking, investigation out. What do you make of this? Let's hear from you, sir.
Thank you so much, Prince. A wise man says, right, greatness is not measured by how far your lives can go or how great you are in life, right? But it is sometimes measured by how much hatred you overcome. And it is sometimes measured by those that lie on you, right? It is measured when they are unable to do what they said you can't do. It is measured by if they cannot do what you did for people, right? That's how greatness is measured, right? Now, it is measured if they are said they are able to do X, Y, Z. They that say they will be transparent. They are fair. They love the Liberian people. But when they get to power, they are not transparent to the Liberian people. When they get to power, they become the most corrupt being of government, right? In a country. That's how you measure greatness of the people who were there before the decessor that we have. Now, let me say this. President Weah is great. CDC is great. The believer of CDC, they are great. The believer of President George Manneh Weah, they are great. Because you know what? Those who lie to come to power, they are proving to the Liberian people that greatness is not measured by lying to the Liberian people, but rather greatness is measured by how much hatred you overcome, how much lies you overcome. Over the years, these people lied to the Liberian people, and now the CDC administration, the CDC government, greatness is not showing to the Liberian people that yes, indeed, we made mistake. We removed the government that was actually doing, or how they call it, good, or that was actually making progress for the Liberian people. Now, this was a government. Let me say this, Liberian people. How are you going to believe in a government that has power that did a report and then took that report of a lady, one person, when the entire country has over 5 million people? But you reported one person and you came with that recording and you played that recording as a government to the diaspora or to the entire world that look at my achievement. This is Liberia. These are Liberians about the development of the done in Liberia by building roads. One person spoke, and that one person they said, these are the Liberian people who are speaking about the development of done. That is another lies that I'm pointing out, right? Now, these are people who came to power. They said they were going to be transparent, and anything they do in a country, they was going to communicate with the Liberian people. They were going to answer every question in part. They were going to take government to the people that President George Manneh Weah did not take to the people. But Liberian people, let me say this. What was the first thing that happened on the inauguration day? They stopped the film. They said no camera allowed, no journalist allowed to film or to take a picture or to videotape anything. Now, that was where you're supposed to understand this government. It is a government that was coming to make the CDC government not right. Now, government that came into power for politics, they bring their own building. They bring their own capital building. And up to now, there is no justification. Up to now, they can't even come out with identifiable information, right, to tell the Liberian people how this thing got burnt. Now, after some noise, the way they brought, according to them, international investigators. And these international investigators came, they did their investigation. By all means, the government are supposed to be transparent. You got international investigators, and these international investigators did a report, and the government will not come out with the report of these international investigators. And up to now, they're still keeping innocent people in jail. Liberian. Now, listen to this again. These are people who came to power with the pretext of fighting drugs, with the pretext of loving the Liberian people, with the pretext of if anybody is corrupt, you must have to leave. You will not go with the government. In fact, he said you should go on the other side, go and find place to go there. Now, this is a government where some of its workers came as whistleblowers and said the executive branch all the way to the bureaucracy of the government in the country. They know about the proliferation of drugs into the country from the executive. That is to tell you the government by itself is a cartel, is a drug cartel that is running drugs in the country. What happened? If somebody said that the government that came into power to be transparent, if someone said that, who do you call that person for that person to give for me more information about what they know? But it's still the government proof to the Liberian people that indeed what this guy said that from the executive branch, the how they call it, the judiciary and the legislature or the court, they all know about the proliferation of drugs into this country. The executive branch of government proved to the Liberian people that what that guy said was true, because indeed it was the executive branch that dismissed or told this guy from power after he made a revelation that this was what this government was doing. Now, if it is a government that was coming to fight conviction or to fight drugs, why would the government silence this whistleblower into the government who want to work with the government to make Joseph Boakai administration look good? Now, let me say this. In all fairness, Joseph Boakai administration is not in power for fairness to look good, because in order for our government to look good, whosoever can whistleblower, I think I will put that person aside, then to fire that person, that is to show that what he said is true. And then what happened in a country? If security officers within a country, if they are going in communities to raid those what they call zobos and things, and they sell drugs and things, right? They carry cameras, they carry journalists or crew behind them to videotape everything for the public to know that indeed the government is working against drugs, and the government is trying to alleviate drugs with the country, right? Now, on the other hand, you have $19 million folks. We are talking about $19 million drugs. These drugs, right, never entered the country, but rather these drugs was leaving the country, not entering the country, leaving the country. That is to tell you, if that amount of drugs is leaving the country, it's possible that Liberia as a nation is producing drugs. That is to tell you that whistleblower said that the executive branch is involved with the production of drugs in this country. That guy was saying the truth. Now, it happened, but again, security officers have to tell us that they do not want to publish anything to punish what the investigation. They don't want to come up with names. But meanwhile, when they go to arrest somebody who have maybe little thing to smoke, they arrest that person. Let's go. We are talking about $19 million. You don't want to expose this person here. That is to tell you the government in its entity know about the $19 million drugs, and that indeed we have the right to believe that the government know about the $19 million drugs, because the government is refusing to tell us who brought the $19 million drugs in the country. Let me just make this one point, Brother Prince are coming. Now, this was the drugs they said international hand was in it. Brussels hand was in it. The airline was in it. Indeed, if the government wanted to be educated, indeed, if the government wanted to bring the truth to the Liberian people, and they will go to investigate, forensic investigator from Belgium, right, or they will call the airline or help and things to come and help because they were involved so that the airline also will not look bad. But indeed, that is to tell you they are not going to bring anybody because at the end of the day, it's on them, it will fall on them, they are responsible, and they don't want for Liberian people to know that they are responsible. Again, this is what made the CDC administration, the CDC political party, the CDC opposition party, the greatest political party in Liberia because we overcome hatred. We overcome by being strong and being attentive. And
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. I want to start from the line of Jake on this issue of the appearance of the John security. You know, Jake, you just opened my eyes on something. And as I'm sitting down, writing these things down, I'm now getting to realize that everything you just said, you were right. Liberians do not be fooled. Don't get me wrong. There are some very good senators. There are senators who want to see the good of Liberia and Liberians. There are senators who really want to see a better Liberia. Yeah. There are senators who are, they are excellent in their doing the race issues of relevance, and they behave as senators. But unfortunately, the majority, they have compromised the interest of Liberia for what they can get, for the proximity to the executive. Do not trust them. In their majority, don't trust them. The reason why Liberian, you should not trust them, when your children were killed at Kinjor, were they not the same senators that were sitting? Did they send for Gregory Como and say, Gregory Como, you carry police people down there? They kill Liberians. Did they investigate? Did they call Gregory Como? No, they did not. They didn't call Gregory Como. When my people in a broad daylight, right in front of us, when Matthew Moluba was murdered, he was shot 8 times. Matthew Moluba, a man who was in a room. The man said, I'm not feeling well. I sat in my room. I'm not going outside. I sat in my room. He disturbed nobody. He don't have nobody. Police people went to the main hall. They fire him. Wow, wow. They say, why you go to mental home? They fire him again. Any one of these people, did they call any police or did they call Gregory Como and say, Gregory Como can answer question? They did not call Gregory Como. Gregory Como had police people at the House of Representatives. Police people were there. The police people were taking care of that area. They were in charge of the security. They beat lawmakers there and all. Wasted tear gas on them. At the end of the day, the building got burned. These people, senators, did they call the police to ask some questions about what happened? No, they didn't do it. We can go on and on and on. $100 million. Gafwan could not account for it. Gafwan could not account for $100 million. He said, no paper trace, nothing at the account. This lawmaker, did they call Gafwan to say, Gafwan, what happened with $1 million? No here, no tea. GAC conduct a report. We're not hearing nothing. We ain't hearing no here, no tea. Did they call him? No, they did not call. They didn't call. When the police, fellow Liberians, went to, I think, Boulevard Hotel, and they took money from 2 investors. Police took money from them. Go there, put it in here, they carry it. They do the people all kind of way. The lawmaker, did they call to say, look, something is going on? No, they didn't call. They did not call. All of the breaking down of your homes that is going on. These people are breaking down the homes of the ordinary people. The old man, they were living blah blah. They've been living there since 1988. Just said, you might wake up one morning, he said, you break the house down. People then have been living in their houses since 1970. Who that? They've been living there. One morning, somebody just wake up and say, the whole bush of island for me. The whole place here is for me. Men went, took bulldozer, broke everything down. We are. They lawmaker then. Did they call the Minister of Public Welfare, say, Mr. Minister? The people then have been here since 19 Some of them were here even before they could even name the place here Morovia. You're breaking down that place. What is going on? Did they call? No, they didn't call. You know what these people are now calling? Look, let me say this. I know they will feel uncomfortable, but let me say this. They are not calling because they want to prove that they really like the Liberian people or they want to see that people are acting. They are doing these things because they have seen that the government have failed. And the Liberian people are getting angry with all of them. Legislators, judiciary, executive, all of them, the Liberian people get invest with them. So in order to think that they can save their face, they can deceive you and myself. They say, oh yeah, they love me because they talking in the interest of the Liberian people. They decide, they say they're calling John Security to come and explain. When armed robbers are terrorizing our people, they people then not call John Security. They call John Security. When in the morning, you wake up in the morning, 4 o'clock, you can't walk because somebody will come, they take collar, they chop you and take whatever they take from you. These people there, they call. When the motorcyclist, almost about $5 million was taken from the poor motorcyclist by the government of Liberia, by Joseph Newman Boyka government, took the children money and lied to them that, oh, we give you a head, you will have insurance, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, they took their money, then get them shishi, they tell them, say, you go sit down back home. The lawmaker then, they call the transport minister to say, Selita account. The money here where you took from the children of Gregory Komoka, the money where you took from the children, they call. These people are doing what they are doing because they think that they can deceive you and myself. They don't like us. They don't care about us. They're only doing these things so that they can make themselves look fun. These people, we are not their priority, unfortunately. We are not their priority. They think that is of essence. They are not looking at it. When in a country where unemployment is very high, my brother Jake, my brother Frank, unemployment very high. The government is saying you will pay 13% GST. The people then call to say, Mr. Executive, we don't have jobs. Things are very tough. Many people are out of job. You just pulled down almost about 3,000 to 4,000 people from work. You carrying taxes up? Why you can't bring the thing down so that at least people can be able to afford? Did they call? No, they did not call. But it comes to drugs, they're scratching their vein. They're doing this, they're doing that. I want to say this, my brother Jake. All of the drugs that is going on in Liberia, members of the Unity Party, they are all deeply involved into it. And this is why I would say that they are involved into it. Look, to lead a nation for 12 years, in that 12 days, in that 12 hours, that 12 years, it means you know all the nook and crannies. You know all the holes. The Unity Party government was the first post-war government. Sorry, pre-war government. After the war, the post-war, the first post-war government, after the war, that was the first government that took over. And they left for 12 years. You think for you to lead a country for 12 years, that's small thing? These people, they know all the koyokaya, the cockroach thing. They're people that you see them so. They know all the cockroach thing. These were the people that were bringing in drugs. They know how to smuggle the drug. They know how to do it. And under the same government, one guy they called Dolo. One that's kind of Peter Dolo or Michael Dolo. Where were the escort for Madam Ellen Johnson Sally? Imagine they men driving escort motor car Where can be beyond president doing whoa, escort motorcar. He took the motorcar carrier to Sierra Leone, put enough drugs inside and brought it to Liberia. Look, fellow Liberians, these lawmakers, they don't care about us. Let's make noise for ourselves. Believe in us, support what we're doing. Because the only reason why you see somebody they behaving the way they're behaving is because we are making noise. Every time we come here, we sit, we talk. But they don't care. They don't care. The people there, that politics they play. They only want to deceive you. So, and I tell you, we in some of them they coming up for election. Some of them they will soon be going for by-election. So they acting like they say they talking. They acting like they say, yeah, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do this. If these people are serious by now, my brother Jake, they will put a vote of no confidence on the floor for that idiot called Gele Como. They will put a vote of no confidence for him. Because of all the police brutality that have been going on. Tell a the lawmaker will say, we vote on no confidence for Gele Como. We don't believe in this man. Tell a they will say a vote on no confidence for the LDEA director. We don't have confidence in the man. But you go, you tell they put around. My brother, the people there, they are on joke. They are joking. The reason why you see the noise going on is because of you and I, my people. That because of us, we talking. That all. Because the people believe that Liberia men talking that 1 week, 7 days, may 1 week, they finish. When we vote for you, go 1 week, 1 day, they finish. The only reason why this thing continue we continue is because the Liberian people continue to talk about it. The only reason they acting like they say they on our side, but they have never been on our side. Never. When B Mountain is treating our people like they are slaves in Great Cape County, at the end of the day, the lawmaker then they talking. No, they're not talking. Look at how you call or the people in Nimba there. Aslam Meta. When our people are still working in very terrible condition without any safety gear, the people then they get down, they can go there. They say, look, be Mountain, you got to ensure that the people working, let them have their safety equipment. They get down. No, they not get down. When the Ministry of Labor is taking money from people to be coke, to be gas station attendees, my people, we own our own. We own our own. We own our own. We own our own. We own our own.
Yeah, let me emphasize just 1 minute.
Yeah, my brother Jay.
What you were saying. Praise. I says we are on platform now. We'll never be carried away with this guy. Let me tell you something, Prince. Let me tell something to CDC now. Thank God the worker coming finished now. Let me tell something to the president of the former president. Prince, the legislatures are rubber stamp. You know why the government they get a guts. Let me tell something to CDC, and they won't believe. Let them read the Liberian Constitution, the 1986 Constitution. Something really plain is happening in Liberia, but we smarter than some people. They say, prophet, not respected in that in that truth. Prince, the place, the legislatures will show power. Your leader killing and massacring the drugs. The first place they impeach the president. An impeachable crime the president commit. Another foreign troop enter your lane. The Guinean people enter. Our impeachments, every country. Let me tell CDC, no. The job we are hearing this thing here, say that the bomb talking. If you finish with your welcome as a former president, try to visit Guinea, you are a great opposition leader. A Guinean leader stay on your soil, there will be no election according to our constitution. If a foreign force stay on your land, the president of the Republic of Liberia can declare emergency, election will be postponed. It's another tactics by this guy. You must sit down there when I be telling your election now winning in Monrovia directly, you'll be overlooking my statement there. If you get a game outside, you can win easily in Liberia. The Unity Party very calculated. They know that they got gullible nation, gullible society. They cajole the Liberian people for 6 good years. They spread all that surrogate. They will take ring picture, day by the picture for different countries. They will put on social media. They convince the country. They hire a stooge, then they sponsor. They running here today their own sponsor. All of them were working for them. The social media were hot. I'm telling George Weah now, if you want to come to power, back to power, you got to hold a bull by the horn. All your connection you have, you got to be ruthless. The Unity Party only say one language that you don't even know. They are bullies. You got to challenge them. You got to be ruthless. I tell you something. If they believe they can put the country back to a dark day, you're going to allow it to go to that dark day because they get into loss more than you are now. They in power. If Dumuya stay on your lane until 2029, and he make no statement, the president had the power, constitutional power to declare emergency whatsoever. You can say no election. Somebody on one lane. You get it. The Supreme Court will back him because he get that right. That's the first place that opening your heart to these things then again. Mr. Former President, you friendly with Dumuya, you were friendly with his father, Conti, you were opposition leader. Start carrying the Liberian people that need to protest in America. Sedition, you're over 10,000 in that country. You carry your plan to the warehouse. You're not listening to nobody. You carry your plan to the warehouse. Your protest against Guinea. Let Dumuya make a statement for us to know why he took that lane, why he's on the Liberian lane. Or else 2029 will be bleak. That's another that these guys they're very smart though. They got doing everything possible. Start Guinea now on the raw. Imagine Guinea soil building a capability. They're getting heavy things into that border. They're paying horses then now getting ready because they say a dissident group within our country want to interfere into that country, and this means a former military. Since that thing happened, we got to force Dumuya in the Western warrior to answer question why he took the Liberian people lane. How can we say that a 40-year-old boy is taking our lane? Then everybody in the Western world was sending millions of dollars in the country. You cannot take protests to the White House. You cannot take protests to the State Department to Marco Rubio there. When you see this kind of thing on social media, you will address the nation, you will address Guinea and Liberia. But I just warning you people. The first impeachable crime by the president, if they had the guts, the first branch of government, because somebody intrude on your land, you do nothing as president, you protect the peace of that land, by impeachable crime. You don't ask me, go ask Gongro. Gongro then a top lawyer there. If I lie, I'm going to ask one Gongro. He said that impeachable crime, as any constitutional lawyer in our country, you must read the Liberian Constitution, the 1986 Constitution. The Unity Party playing too much game with the CDC. I just let it all out there. Queen, as you said, we said it will break it down. They're not in love with no Liberian people. 2029 coming around the corner, they won't hold into that seat. So now, all of them coming all Sabbath. I told you something at the 2027. People will start breaking shape from the Unity Party. They know the old man is feeble. He's seriously feeble. I thought it was joke now. I thought it was joke. They can just carry the old man's of paper tackle. Everywhere they can just carry the paper now. For no reason. So maybe probably will dive into it. But what I was saying to the followers here, if anybody get my video, you must send it to the president. No election will come again on your soul. They can postpone it.
Thank you so much, my brother. Frank, we saw something, even though it's funny, but then again, these are all things to expose the government. The drugs were discovered on the airport. When the lady who was doing the search or whatever discovered that it was a screen sustain, she took it and put it on the side. The same very day, she called authorities. They could not come for the drugs. They allowed the drugs to be there until the next day. My brother Frank, from all of these things that are happening, the parading of Paul King, because we're making noise. So they collect Paul King, putting him, carrying to go sit down from there with free. Do you have confidence in this government? That this government is really prosecuting the case? Is this government really doing well on this particular case? After we heard from people who were part of this government told us that the issue of drugs is coming from the very head all the way down to the tail. Do you have confidence? Do you think this government is proceeding rightly with
Prince,
what?
I thought you're going to ask me a good question. You asked me if I have confidence in this government. When we all know this government who silenced a whistleblower that was working in the government with Boakai. So why would I trust a government who sacked a man who came on air to tell Boakai that this government of Boakai, the executive branch all the way down to the layman, they are involved in the proliferation of drugs into the country. And then Boakai went and fired this man from running his mouth. Why would I want to trust a government that fired somebody that came and said the government is bringing in drugs? Now, the truth here is, from the time this government came out to say they do not want to explain to the Liberian people the main people involved in the drugs. From the time this government came out to say they do not want to talk about the drugs because it's confidential or because they have some, it will compromise the investigation and all of those things. For that movement, I hate or I lost confidence in the government. To be frank, because the truth here is, this $19 million drugs, let us be frank here to the Liberian people, not because my name is Frank. This was not one person involvement. And this is not just common person involvement to say when you call one person and then that's that person that was doing their drugs and things. Let's be realistic here. We are talking about $19 million drugs. These are hardly political figures or public figures within our country that they were involved. And let us be frank here. Look, Prince and women, if this particular issue or incident, if to say you have opposition involved in it, I'm telling you, if these people, just because this opposition have a political party called CDC, political head party, with CDC logo, these people swear it as a crime. And then they use camera, they use our social media platform, journalists, whoever they call, to videotape why they were busting it down, why they were destroying it. Let us be frank here. We all know anything that attached to CDC is a crime in our country under this government. We all know even a human being that identify with CDC, they are criminals in our country according to this government. So the truth here is, if anybody or political figure or high figure or public figure in our country that is affiliation of the CDC that was involved in the drugs, if issue, I'm telling you, but now this government have been swiftly on it to bring that person to life. In fact, put that person on camera, put that person in daylight for everybody to see it. We all now know that this drug issue, Unity Party are involved. The Unity Party is involved. Public figure of the Unity Party, they are involved. The executive branch is involved. We all know, and that's why they are not they want to talk about it. They are protecting each other. So why should I have a confidence in this government? We are talking about $90 million drugs, and not small drugs for Liberia, a tiny, little, small country like that. These drugs we're talking about, it was not entering the country, it was leaving the country. So first of all, if they came from different area, it came to the country, how did they get in the country? Now, if it was manufactured in the country, where did they get manufactured? Who are the people manufacturing it? We are talking about $19 million drugs. We're talking about one person. One person is not involved. So yes, I don't have confidence in this government. And from the beginning, from the initial stage of this government, I never had confidence within the government. Because I did not believe in the government. That is why I campaigned against the government. That is why I talked against the government. That is why I did not want for the government to come into power. That is why I was feeling like over the course of the years at that time that this government is not a good government that will come to represent or to save the Liberian people. So if I never believe in the government, to talk for the government, to speak for the government, for them to come in power, why would I want to have trust in them? Because I never trusted the man of Boyka, because I never saw any good history of Boyka in the country. I spoke of Boyka history. I look at Boyka history, and that is why I did not believe in it. Because there is nothing in our country since 42 years of being in existence in public figure in our country. There is nothing tangible that I can see that Joseph Boyka initiated this, that Joseph Boyka did this for the country. So I did not believe in it. Because let me be frank here. We all live in a diaspora here now. If anybody seeking public offices, they look at the track record. They look at what he has done in his community. They look at what he has done on his blog. They look at some of the how do you call it, job that he has done or whatsoever it takes for people in the country, a voluntary job and all of those things that he has done. They look at those track records. Okay, so I was looking at those track records based on my own public opinion or experience that I have experienced or gained or knowledge that I gained in the diaspora. I was not going by the Liberian politics or the Liberian common politics because this man is from my tribe, this man is from my country, or this man I'm related to this man, or we from the same country, or we have the same tribe. I was not going by it. I was going by the knowledge I have gained overseas. All right, as a Liberian and what I have gained here. So I was going by that trial record to see who is the best or who will be the best for Liberia, even with the economy hardship, with the circumstances, with the complex issue of Liberia. I was looking at who will represent Liberia at least, that will take Liberia to at least to the next level, that will bring some progress or some release to the Liberian people. I was looking at those track records, and when I look at it, I did not see anything in Boyka. So indeed, I never believed in Boyka.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you, my brother Jake. With all this wahala that is ongoing, the issue of drugs, police brutality, violence, all over, do you think that the government will be able to get justice? When I mean to bring the perpetrator to book, those who are deeply involved with these drugs, from what we are looking at, do you think that it will ever happen, my brother G?
You see, if President Weah come to battle, bring people to justice.
No, I mean this government, the way they are, the way they are proceeding.
Prince, you can know the answer, yes. Prince, Prince, all these things are happening in this country, especially the Unity Party. They play me. I tell you something. Probably Henry Costa never knew all that thing when you were acting there on Facebook. There's a video from Henry Petro Costa when you used to be on social media, like bashing the CDC. I can still remember vividly. The videos are there. Probably Pharaoh will go back to that video. But Costa never knew details of the 1986 Constitution. Probably he never read that part. He needs to make the statement. Let me tell you something. The whole United Party, a faxi, I'm telling you, Prince, all that thing they were coming for power, they come to power for our only one person they came to power to disgrace, our George Weah. To prosecute. Let me say something today. I got a video, 2018. A lot of sedition. Let's see, at the Jamaican resort, when the president called for everybody in the Western world to come, I think we one of the first meeting at the Jamaican resort when people came from the West. But many sedition in the corridor used to say, you can use a year, George should prosecute Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, George should prosecute Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. If you can, you're going to hear that story. But deeply, a lot of people never knew the Labrador Constitution, they get immunity while they're in power. You can never prosecute as any constitutional lawyer. It's a clause in our constitution, the framework of that constitution, they put it in that constitution. I don't know who they wanted to protect, why they were protecting it. Those that read the constitution, I know animals, all these guys. So I took the podium, on video. It's too bad they were afraid of me at that time, but they never knew my connection with the former president. I told them, I said, you can never bring Ellen to justice. I said, you start wasting your time. You continue, she hand power to you. You continue to build this nation. There's a failed state. There's a failed old age problem. You come to be, but you can never bring her. You must read the 1986 Constitution. So here, of course, I didn't believe the United Party main target was George Weah, to rope him, to disgracing the way they were wanted to do Samuel Twe, to drag him, to disgracing to the international community. That was the people biggest plan. Then they ask consider who they, all these constitutional lawyers. When they took power, all that thinking saw Joseph Parker thinking when the president was concerned. The main thing Joseph Parker wanted to do, not that wisdom, the real wisdom of the president, to crumble the president, to put him behind bar. But when they went to ask constitutional lawyer, they say, and I have a constitution until they made new law. Now why you don't see them coming with George Weah? That why even someone not smart. That's Samuel Twe story. Finance minister. You part of the security apparatus. Any kind of details concerning the NSA and the other thing, you can never bring to justice. They know that why they clear him for that case. So they lucky they can go back to anybody and they can never break him. But Joba was the main target to tell you how evil this guy. They wish on business today the guy they never developed the country. They were just wish hunting. And they still wish hunting today, 4 years into that government, when that government in the era of finishing now by 2027 to 2028, we're talking about nobody talking about facing anything again. Everybody packaging themselves for election. That was the people's greatest target. So that thing what he's saying, the United Party will prosecute people for what? The what I told you people now, all that wish hunting, going to 4 years now. The rainy season will finish. They cannot develop the rainy season. So Prince start dreaming. They will never prosecute nobody. They will never bring nobody to justice. The only people that will wish one, as Prince said, those from the CDC. Those are their alignment with the former president, the group, the Marshall Kimiya, all these things. Here they were wish hunting. All these people went to a hot chat with disgracing for all these things. Now knowing the United Party, according to Labrador history, they're the most corrupt government. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government and the United Party is the most corrupt government. They don't develop. They're not tolerant. So they will never discipline the people. They will never wish one. No, they will never allow nobody. So we shouldn't waste our time. La Bible call it blah.
Thank you so much, my brother Jake. Today we saw a video that is very disturbing, very heartbreaking. But it is not a surprise, though.
You jumping on it? You want to talk about the talking news here?
We're going to talking news after this.
Yeah, we're talking another time because okay, go ahead.
It's almost time. Anyway, it's almost time.
Yeah, we're almost done.
We can just bring the Turkey news into this, but I really wanted us to talk.
Yeah, let's discuss what we're talking about. Because talking new,
we talk
it's
about
not so important. They won't lie again. I read it to put who in the me were living you the one lie to all again.
You can just bring in the Turkey stuff with it. But today we saw a video. My brother, this video here, it really made me to feel bad. It took me off track. To see serious money being put into a project, and only because of President Weah and the hate that you have for him, you've decided that let the project get damaged. Let whatever happen, let it happen.
Yeah.
But we want for the name of President Weah in this county.
In county, yeah. It's too damaging. What?
People, let's play some of this video and we'll talk on it and then probably open the line to hear from you.
Yeah.
Courtesy of a little brother, Sankara.
So you see this video up here? I will play it so you can watch it. So you can see for yourself.
We call it a day after cause.
On George Weah paid visit in 2023 to Kulaun District, Lofa County, when he entered Mongolatan, he decided to build a disabled community because he saw the disabled people in Kulaun District. They were just all over the place, no place to sleep. Some of them were sleeping on market tables, some of them were sleeping on the sidewalk. So he decided to build a community for the people. He decided to build 8 houses for the people within that community for the disabled. 8 houses. He started the foundation, they built it, they reached the roofing level, they put zinc over it, everything. They did all of the work, but election came in, and government is transition. When he left power, the current administration, the Joseph Parker administration, abandoned the entire project. In fact, the United Partisans that are there, they are the ones destroying the buildings.
Okay.
I will show you the places there. The United Partisans within that place, within Kulaun District, they are the ones destroying the place right now.
My brother James, I just want us to stop this here. You saw this video, you're listening to this video, and I want to start with my brother Jake. This is really heartbreaking, my brother.
It's sad. Too sad. What?
Serious money government spent to that place.
Millions of dollars, man. Wow.
My brother, let's hear from you. What?
Crazy. Crazy guys. The guy wanted to bury the man or a legacy. We look at the PHP pack, Liberians, followers. The two sad. In the Kulaun district, in the Manneh county, the 50 Lufien in government. They couldn't eat. They don't think about our people. They can even say, oh no, Mr. President, listen to me. Government continue. Georgia come from different region. He was building that thing down there for these people. Then because you take power, you promote the main whole project. You cannot even complete it. But then you engage in project and are completed 95%, 85% to complete it. Then you put in your name on the schools in Bon County, Marble School. But the thing that in Kulaun, some of the project were in the GC area in 4 years. You're going to complete it. When they say you're going to complete it, when they say they made a serious trouble, I believe it for you. Seriously, that's why many people from the GCMA group, from Lofa County, they're in the government, but the other group of people not in the government too much. A project, the men were building for the people on that, for that particular district, for the people who can make it, for you to complete it as a president. Even you call him to do opening, they're completing for the citizenship. But the guy got to go beyond the scene, hide their camera, go in Lofa County to do this kind of video to publish it around the world. For the particular project, I know straight the Unity Party feel the country, especially from Lofa County, is sad. They're doing everything to bury the man legacy. You say, Joey, we're not doing nothing. The PHP part now, it's just matter of time now. The PHP part, it's just matter of time. The invisible part is already falling. It's in the grass, everything now, nothing there serious again. Most of the area then is made constructed. The Bapulo Hospital, I want to say Amara Kone will intervene. Senator Amara Kone need to intervene. He from a Muslim background. These are the Arabs guarding from Dubai or from the Emirates. They brought our Emirates down there. You how you will sit that side. They crumbling the Emirates. They crumbling the Emirates. The Redemption Hospital. The money out of that great hospital, everything in making, they can't finish it. But they're looking for turning anywhere already for the 85%, 95% to deliver to the Liberian people. What a shame to the Unity Party. What a shame. Why you can complete all the other projects and why you cannot protect this other legacy thing? This is not for George Weah, it's for the Republic of Liberia. Now because honor is washed, they build these things. The SKD for Sunday do today Joy put bucket seat on his watch. He put that bucket seat. It never happened. We have semen there before. These are the bucket seats that you can be celebrating. Counting me on. You're rejoicing, counting me now because why they get bucket seat? You used to criticize the same place. Oh, Joe come from a sport background. He brought buckets. He upgrade the SKD. Go see the bathroom in the SKD, friend. Everything destroyed. They just destroying everything in the country because why? They made a developmental president and politician. So that legacy, they want for all these things to happen. See why are the boss disgracing the Unity Party in their own barrier. They cannot complete this kind of building then. But they're looking for a project that already completed. The local building, they won't claim it, all these things then. Nothing up there producing their own. He broke ground. He broke ground for the Jesse complex. We saw him at Samuel Doe Jesse complex that was the blueprint Samuel Doe had. Samuel Doe even broke ground for that Jesse complex when Bata was minister on his watch. Then he went back to break ground. It's a $20+ million project. After breaking ground, you got to start the project. Since now, we're in the rainy season now. They don't start that project yet. Then they're embarking on a $360 million project, a corridor going to Sevelo, where Mala built doing pay for play, where his company will do the construction. The Unity Party in disarray, the visionless, the vision law. The thing happened to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. To tell you the truth, Ellen ruled the country for 12 good years. The vision lost. God blind of vision. Everything she was talking about the country, they must destroy the country. She will build the executive mansion. They will build the executive mansion by in 24 hours. God made her to sit at the seat of the president or the presidency. God blind of vision. She never ran a video. I've seen the executive mansion. She was working at the foreign ministry. Passing back, going to the foreign ministry, while the executive mansion was looping down there, sinking. Because why? God blind of vision. Totally that reality. The economic guru, like people used to watch it, talk about. Her fingerprint is not in the country. Only embezzlement, high corruption, failed education on her watch. She said it. Let me see it. And what happened? Sure, we are going to come along and face the executive, run the video executive mansion. And the good part I love, God told George, said, invite her for the 200th anniversary. The house he came to that executive mansion. And today, who's sitting there? The vice president. What was president of the Senate? They were allocating $3 million to run a video executive mansion every year. They never. Today they sit at the seat of the president. Where the man, the native office. Another native man were in our place. They decided to destroy the native men. They brought war on us. All of them. I look at Zopin, sorry to say, friend, you will come in. A little bit boring. I look at Zopin on it. The Unity Party crew that kill your brother, that kill Samuel Doe, you in bed with them. It's the same Unity Party can also kill Prince Johnson. Because on that was Prince Johnson died. On that, they brought the war. Ellie was mastermind of the Liberian Civil War that killed another native man. They get a habit of killing people. When they only kill the native people, people, but the native people are not waking up to this thing. Let me tell you something we always say. Eugene said something in our country. Eugene Falcon said something, you were right. But the CDC suspended him, they were all acting. When Costa used to mount the podium, lie in the corridor, talking nonsense in the corridor, acting that they were smarter than the other people. Because they had a platform on that side, and the gullible nation will buy into them. Why he can't come now? You know why he can't come anymore? Because we're relaying video now. And not just talking from people. When he said, native, the native war will come. The native and whatsoever elite war will come. The president got angry. He said, why he bring division? What happening now? Tribal divisions in the country. 15 lofias in the government. In strategic position. You think they want to relinquish power? Friend, you think they want to, you think government, they took $100 million. Nobody know they account for these things. Public work minister, you take $22 million and they put it on more. The legislature, they send the line, you're going to go free. The guys are getting heavy funders to prepare themselves for 2029. I'll always tell people here, I'm here for a reason. I'm a puzzle player. I'm here for a reason. The people were not smarter than nobody, but they were portraying themselves as smart because we are a vulnerable nation and a fragile nation. That we're battling in the country. We don't reason, low IQ country. We rated number 5 in the world in Africa. Low quintet country. The only thing we after to have food, beg or rest. That's the only thing. These guys don't know how to play the game because they sat down there. So friend, nothing can change. I will always talk it. I will always say one day, CDC will watch. They will talk about me one day. They need to be ruthless and radical. They shouldn't care for the peace of that nation, no matter who says so. The peace is not in our hand. It's not in your hand. It's not in George Weah's hand. Because I remember George Weah said something. He said, honor my wife, there will be no checkpoint in this country. And he proved it, honor his wife, there was no checkpoint. If the Unity Party believe there will be checkpoint, there will be honor their wife. They get property, they bury property, find they bury massive property, more than CDC. So they get something to lose also. If they want to spoil the country, for the rule of law to not be in order, everything, witch hunting, that are business. They will spoil the country. They all will come back as Czar. The new generation will come back as Czar. Because they will never want to relinquish power. They don't sell it. They don't say, oh, you give up power, you think you will take it back? These are things they don't discuss. These are things in motion. So, friend, we can say always, if the CDC that Fakao, they don't listen. I'll always say shame and fool. I'm not sedition. I tell people every day, I'm a fan of the former president because I know him good. If Joe were not in politics, if Joe were not in, the day Joe were decide to say, my clock is up. I don't hear in your politics, I'm living my peaceful life. I can't come here to support nobody, never. They ought to be what they want to do with the country, they do with the country. But some of us here now will never let them define this particular man with good character. About some of us on social media fighting this battle now against these people. They're not smarter than nobody. But believe me, what I see now, so low IQ people. Now what I can say is, I say, so what did they come talking to the educated? I said, when they get that, because friend, I get to know something. They don't talk about a credential then. We fought like Brent Civil War. All grew up together. We went to ESA. When the guy went to extra school, we don't know about. That's why I can question more to that credential. Most of them, they fake it. For real. If you look at our upload, how can Jeremiah PNS, PR, be insulting on the podium? They say you're propagandist for the government. They don't have the taste skin, but they were in a corridor spreading gibberish and propaganda. They had their own social media platform, but nobody wish hunt them. But now they wish hunting other people. They want to kill other people in exile, want to threaten other people. You know why I did, Prince? You know why I did? And get all of their family address around the world. All of their address, where they live in Liberia, where they're working in Liberia, where their family living in Europe, in America. Imagine living in America, but get all and dust all of their address. They would never believe how I get all of their address. You know what I tell you for? One guy came on this platform. We're talking. This had a forum, they say they will unlock that guy. I said, also someone other talking. Because they used to talk, nobody wish on them. So let me look for your address. Let me look for all your children and your wedding address too. So I know some people in Sweden, in France, everywhere, in Europe here. Europe are my community, that my own area. So I know they can escape it. London, all of them. The other one I know you will surprise you. I said it. All the people they keeping that money now, the offshore banks, I get half of it. I'm a financial whistleblower now. You can never believe how I can get it. I know where they keeping money in offshore banks. All I travel, you can see them traveling that money now in Liberia. They into places, but time will come with decay also. I'm waiting for that time to come. Because you know what? Let's develop our country. They must start wish hunt. That must fight against them. Just come to power. You come and deliver something. You come to and do something. But you're holding your wish hunting. Then you are lying in the corridor. So friend, just take it away.
You know, I will start with your last statement. I know you made about it was Eric. It was Eric. You know, they came against and was saying, you know, they were going to do something. The government was going to do something. And think me, I would say this. I just laugh. Let me say this to them. We come on this platform, we speak. Me, I would say this to the Unity Party government. I'm here. You come for me. They want a praise for you to come. God, you know, sometimes the crook can't come on a person I got the news to speak there, right? Hey God. The way I'm wishing for them to come, they think what they did to Eric. The way I'm waiting for them to come.
Yeah, they did that. They do Eric. They got Eric.
Yeah. The way I'm waiting for them to say, oh, Frank said this and this. The way I'm waiting for them to come, man. But anyway, that day one of them ever made mistake. Say, oh, Frank accused this government, Frank accused Barker and things. And they went to that pastor in Nigeria. They went and wrote letter to the embassy and said they want to take the pastor to court and things. They sent a letter to Tinubu. Tinubu had to crash that thing. Hey God, why these people can't come now?
So friend, it's Eric can come on platform no more.
No, I don't know. I think we got to ask.
I don't think it's because of that. Probably, you know.
Look, you know what?
Other stuff going on.
Yeah. Because if that's the reason, I would tell Eric to come. Because then now, someone would be involved now to fight it now. Then now they will know now. Oh, but that boy, what we see down there with Jeff Peter, he got connection. Someone will not talk. We will not talk.
But I mean, sorry to say, everywhere in America, where plenty gone there. Then you will text me on social media. I can't find your horse and go stay in front of your horse. Say, you're not your horse with your family. Oh, wait, Jeremiah Piane, all of them were living in America. Sorry to say, friend, they were doing a lot of things there on store. Nobody taught nothing about our family, their own life then. Then the boy are talking all about preaching politics. You get your side, I get my side. Then you will cancel your own life from Mali. What America what for the guns here?
That's what they talk. Like I said, yeah, the way I'm praying for them one day, that they cross and say, oh, that friend can be a kissing our God. The way I'm praying for it. Oh God. Anyway, let me continue with the video that came. You see, for me, again, let me say this. I'm not surprised. And we Liberian, right? We shouldn't be surprised. why Buakai, neglecting projects that was initiated or that was undertaken by President George Manneh Weah. Let me say this. The only project that were initiated and fully funded by President George Manneh Weah, that even though it never got finished, but it was already fully funded, right? Those are the projects that in Morocco. Because what I know, right, the majority of the population, they are within a capital city. And if you do those, not almost some of those projects, the people within Moravia will see it and they will think that Buakai initiated or that Buakai, project things. For example, I think the road going to the airport, right? I think they have reached some level that they are putting quota and things. One of the Unity Party members posted it or propaganda posted it to them and said, yeah, this is the kind of government that we want. President Buakai government is doing this and whatsoever it is. Because they know those projects are within the city and it's with the people, right? So the people will do those things and then they will think that some of the people who are not politically or who are not aware that it was President George Manneh who funded some of those projects. They will just think that Buakai, because it is doing his administration, is actually finished, right? So they would think that is Buakai. So now they posted, those roads and things with the quota. I think it's the road going to the airport. Oh, it's President Buakai. He's doing great. This is why we put this man in power and all of those things, right? Those are the only projects actually Buakai will undertake, right? Or Buakai we try to bring to people and things. And then some of the projects, for example, in places that in the Bon County, Nima County, like the schools, he went and dedicated because those are a little bit kind of a populated area, and those schools, people will see it, right? So he went and dedicated those schools. But again, today, where are those schools? They can't material. But projects that are way in those villages and things that people are not aware of, unless you take your phone and go there and videotape it and things. Obviously, Buakai is not going to undertake those projects. Buakai is not going close to those projects and things. I mean, why would a man who will want to go and finish the project for disabled people when this man in Morocco is destroying homes of hard-working people? People who work hard. People who have worked hard and saved for 7 years. Because some of those houses that Buakai destroyed, some of those people, they build their house for 7 years. They build a little bit with their water market and thing. They leave it small. Because that's how they build houses in Ghana or houses in Ghana. And some Liberians saw those models that, you know what, you can't build house one time when you are struggling. So some of those Liberians people have 7 years, 8 years to build their house or their houses. Some of them saw that model for Ghana because some of them live in Ghana, and that's how in Ghana people build houses and things. You see some other people just try color on the street. If you see a house, you say that somebody who work in the government, but it took time, years upon years, they start building those houses and things. So that's the same model people took in Liberia, and some of those houses that Buakai destroyed, some people took 7 years to build it, and then they put it in it for a few months. Buakai went and destroyed those houses. Why were you taking your own mind? Buakai will go in those villages and go complete building for disabled people. In your own mind. Will that happen? It will never happen. You see it? It will not happen. So we should get it off the calendar that those projects in those villages, Buakai is going to undertake those projects. In fact, he's going to finish those projects and things. It's never ever going to happen. The only project that Buakai is dedicating or finishing are projects that was fully funded by the former president, by President George Manneh Weah. Those are projects that Buakai will dedicate because it was fully funded by President George Manneh Weah, even though he left office, but the money was already secured that they themselves, the Unity Party hierarchy, some of them know it that those projects was fully funded, but the common Liberian do not know. So again, it is not strange to me for those projects, for example, that can show that Buakai abandoned. I mean, in fact, like Sankara said in the video, some of those houses are already Zen. The Unity Party Zen that send their members go and break it down and they go remove the zinc, and we can believe it because we saw the lipo. The law then at that time they were opposition. Even Laurie, how they call it, Jobli Kanga, they were sending people, they have been alleged, they were sending people to go and uproot the lipo a lot of they were in opposition. Imagine that. Then they empower, they will send people to go destroy some of those places and things. So it is not strange. These are people that came to power, they destroy the PHP pack or the invisible pack. In our very eyes, they destroy it. You expect these people to go in the village to go and finish a house for disabled people? What are you talking about here? People who have the strength that will go from horses to canvas, right? To talk about how they call it, even their political parties and things to vote, they destroy those people who they feel like when you've been saying. These people already know how they're going to maintain power. They don't care about the Liberian people vote because they know it was not actually the Liberian people vote that brought them power. Let me tell you something, women here. If indeed the Liberian people that empower me, you think I'm going to play with the Liberian people? If I know they empower me, and if I know I will come back to them for the next election, for them to empower me, you think I'm going to play with them? No, absolutely I will not. So this government know that indeed, realistically speaking, the vote did not bring them to power. They know what they're depending on, and that is why they don't care about the Liberian people. That is why they went around breaking down houses, demolishing houses. That is why they don't care to provide to the Liberian people the bread and butter issue, the promise to the Liberian people. They don't care. That is why they sit down, they watch a Guinean leader invading Liberia, and up to today, they cannot do nothing. That is why I said Liberia does not have a government. Liberia is stateless. Liberia is not a nation. We are now Guinea, and that's why in one of the platforms I said I have to learn how to speak French because our president, as we speak, is recording the Buya. Our president is not bothered because under no circumstances a Liberian military will leave from here and go to Guinea and seize all the Guinea there, and you think Mamadi Dimboya will sit down, or you think the people of Guinea will sit down for the military of Joseph Imam Bouaka to be in Guinea and then putting their boots on the ground and think, why you think that will happen? The truth is, we don't have Liberia. Liberia is now under Guinea, and we are Guinean. We should start learning French. You like it or not, it's where it is. That's the reality.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. You know, I want to end on this note by saying, where we find ourselves, Liberians, we have to talk for ourselves. Because these people that we refer to as our lawmakers, as people who are supposed to speak on our behalf, all that they are doing is just in their own selfish interest. That's the fact. In their own selfish interest. The thing that they should be serious of, they have decided not to be serious on. But I know that the time is coming because Liberians now are rising up. Look at what happened in Banga today. I think it was yesterday or so. When women jumped on the street to protest, they were not moved by any politician. No politician there and said, y'all go join the street. But they joined the street to protest because Phoebe Hospital was closed. They said, no, Phoebe is closed. We can't have Phoebe closed. Then we can speak out. But again, it is what it is. All we want to say to you, fellow Liberians, is that let's continue to speak out. Let's continue to expose this government. On this note, my people, I just want to inform you that the CDC-USA will be having her convention. And let me just bring you this here. We'll be having the convention here. The convention will be held from the 29th of July all the way to the 2nd of August. And at the convention, there will be so many activities. But prominent among those activities will be the election of new corps of officers. And we have here a team success who will be bringing them. Sometimes next week, they will be coming on, team success. And we are hoping that we can bring them so that we can hear from them. But again, we are urging all citizens from the 29th of July to August 2nd, we'll all be in Philadelphia with the the President, His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah, to celebrate, to sit down and have a sober reflection on where we are from, where we are, and where we are going. So on this note, I want to say thanks to all of you. Brother Chief, I want to say thank you for the time. To the Brother Frank, I want to say thank you. And to all of you, the many contributors, I want to say thank you for your sharing. Until we meet again, have yourself a God bless day and bye from my end.
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.